Day Let's Talk La, we're going to do a slightly different segment which is called
Dave and Son's Rules. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, right? Stay tuned.
Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
stay tuned. Yeah. Okay, guys. So for me, I'll be setting the parents' rules and
I'll be setting the rules for the kids.
okay.
Okay?
So we're gonna decide like who goes first by rock paper scissors. So 1 point, 1 winner. That's it. All right.
Okay.
So let's do this. Rock paper scissors shoot. Oh, I win! I win!
Okay.
So I start
you're going to
first?
set the rules first.
Okay.
For the parents.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna alternate our moves. So basically, I start first, then my mom, then my turn, then her turn, then my turn, then her turn, then my turn, then her turn, then my turn, then her turn.
Stop it, Day.
Why Day? Okay, Day.
Day.
Let's talk lah.
Okay.
So we'll see you next. Okay, Day, Mummy.
Yes.
So first, I'm going to start with my first statement, which is Shashiv's rule 1. Okay.
Okay.
So the first statement that I'm going to make is for parents. So I think you guys already know that. So the first statement is parents shouldn't spend their paycheck money
Or
salary, yes,
Okay.
on a single day or maybe like 3 days in a like 3 days or 3 days, okay?
Immediately
Yeah,
or-
immediately or in a few days, alright? Because if you spend all that money, your net worth will either maintain the same
Okay. The
or
savings.
decrease.
You mean the savings?
Yeah, the savings, that total money in their every bank account, yeah.
Okay.
So the savings will net worth will either maintain or decrease. But if you're starting to save money, it will start to increase. Don't you think I'm right?
Okay, Sachiv, I think I have to defend from the parents' perspective here. I have to, Sachiv, okay?
Okay.
You have to listen.
Okay.
Dengar, okay, dengar.
Boleh.
Okay, I think all parents have their commitments to meet. Okay, so once we receive our paycheck, our salary, there are a lot of commitments that we have to meet at the end of the day. Okay. After usually parents they're committed to pay for car, okay, our home, okay.
Pay our children.
Children, yeah, like your tuition fees. Okay, there are so many classes students, the kids are attending nowadays.
Yeah, but,
besides
Besides
schooling.
Yeah, but then unfortunately I have not gone to tuition this year. So
Yeah, I have stopped for this year because I also need a rest.
Okay.
I don't want to be a driver every single day. Okay, you
Okay,
don't mind.
okay.
So beside those commitments, of course, parents plan for the savings for the future of the kids. It's not the parents don't think of the future of the kids.
Okay.
We also invest for your insurance. Yes. Okay, in part of the insurance could be for the education purpose. Beside your medical, we also
maybe.
we are doing that for you, Sachiv.
Okay.
So medical and also for educational purposes, when you go to university, you already have certain amount of money already there for you. So your job now, as a kid, okay. So kids only needs their job is just to study. Okay, you don't have to think how I need to earn money or to get a job. Not at this point of time. Your focus now is only to study. That's should be the focus of each and every kid.
Okay, I
So
totally understand that.
Parents' job is to take care of the financial status of the family. Okay, can we agree on that? I agree.
Good speech.
Thank you, sir.
Good speech.
Okay, so
You become motivational speaker, kan? Motivational speaker.
Boleh lah.
Boleh.
Want to invite me, please contact me in the
Don't.
day.
Okay, then let's move on to Dave's rule 1.
Okay, Dave Sachi, we
Yes.
move on. Okay, now it's going to be Dave's rule number 1
Okay.
for the kids. Okay, so what is the rule? Okay, the rule here is kids shouldn't lie to their parents under any circumstances. Okay, what I mean here is no lying to your parents. Okay, whatever you do, whether it's a
Bad thing,
bad thing or good thing, you should reveal it to your parents. If your parents find out that you do something unusual or wrong, then you will be in deep trouble.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you think of this, Ajit?
Okay, I have to defend this question.
It's not a question, it's a rule.
Okay, defend this rule
Okay.
with my statement.
Okay, what is the statement?
Okay, my statement is, okay, you can lie to your parents sometimes, but not all the time. Okay.
So when is this sometimes?
So basically, for example, for example, from school to tuition, you can walk to your tuition. So your parents think that you're coming home late because of tuition.
Okay.
So instead of going to tuition, you help, like for example, you helping your school to clean up. You know, like how I say, like a gotong royo.
Okay.
To help clean up the school, you volunteer, but your parents doesn't know that. So when for example, you shouldn't tell them because you are doing it for a good reason. So basically, if you are lying to them, basically you are doing for a good reason. So you understand? You understand?
No.
Why?
I don't understand. If you're doing the good thing, okay, why you shouldn't tell your parents?
No, because you already paid for tuition, right? You already paid for
so
tuition.
that means you are skipping your tuition
to do something for the school because you volunteer.
For example, your gotong royo just now. Okay, so you skip tuition because you are doing your gotong royo at
for school because you volunteer. You want to be a good role.
But okay, I think if it's just like one time, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're going to skip each and every tuition.
That's right.
You know, constant skipping of tuition.
You got a point there.
Okay. If it's a good reason, obviously I think all parents will understand, but not constantly doing similar stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So no lying to your parents.
Okay. My mom won that debate.
Okay. We move on to the next.
Become a debate speaker. Okay, then let's move on to Sachi's rule 2. Okay guys, so the next rule is going to be Sachi's rule 2, and the rule that I think every parent should follow is don't scold your don't scold pula. Don't compare your kids to other kids. You know why, Mami?
Okay, why?
Because surprisingly, I see a lot of parents comparing their kids to other kids, you know. But I think from parents' perspective, I think actually it helps the kids to motivate themselves.
Okay.
Because for example, you comparing yourself to your friend, right? For example, in your particular, you compare yourself to your friend. For example, you got a 60 in your test, maths test lah, and then your friend he got 90. You are jealous, right? So for example, you
will motivate you to do better.
To do better than him. At least better than your
so meaning you can compare yourself with your friends,
but that's not a really good
parents comparing their kids with other kids. Okay, coming back to that, so I think it's really unfair for the parents to compare their kids with other kids. Okay, so all kids are different. Okay, the ability to do something, or the thinking skills, or the intelligence level,
like
so
the
everything,
IQ.
Everything differs from individual to different individual, right? So I think I agree to your rule that parents shouldn't compare. Okay. So but in a way it can be also turns out to be positive.
Why?
To the kids, like you say just now.
It motivate themselves.
But if we are overdoing it, so it can also affect
overconfidence kid.
It can also affect the students like the mental health. Okay, so they can be very depressed. Okay, when they are depressed, so many things can be affected, right? Your studies, your health, Okay, your performance in school, in class. Okay, so everything can be affected.
Okay.
So ideally, the parents shouldn't compare their own kids with other kids. That's what we think. Okay, we both agree. I agree to his rule.
She agree.
For the first
She agree. Let's go.
Okay, Sajid, we move on to the next rule, Dave's rule number 2.
Okay,
So the rule is you should treat your parents like your best friend and you need to share everything.
Everything?
Okay? So each and every piece of information. Okay? So what I mean by treating your parents like your best friend is even though it's so-called best friend, but you must have certain level of respect. Okay, you must maintain certain level of respect to your parents.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you think of that, Sajid? Can we be best friends?
Can, but this is the thing, like, okay, for example, like you have to have like some respect, like what my mom said.
Okay.
So you have to like treat your parents not at like a best friend state, but like a parents level state. You understand? Okay. So basically, like normally you treat your best friend like, hey bro, come here, handshake, pa pa, boom boom pa.
Hey bro.
But right, if you do your parents like this, right? Hey bro, come here, boom boom pa pa boom. You do like that to your parents tampa you like a pancake. So
jadi pen.
So you must
you don't want to become a friend.
So you must have like a level of respect, you know.
How about sharing everything, every piece of information?
Every piece, no.
Or almost
lah, but not everything.
Maybe there are things that you don't feel like sharing. Like for example, if you are having your girlfriend, but
that's like your personal issue.
You have to tell mommy. It's okay if you don't tell your daddy, but you must tell your mom. Mom is your best.
No, I thought daddy instead of mommy.
No, I will find out. Of course, I will find out.
Okay. So lesson for this rule is don't do this to your parents. Boom boom pam pam boom. Okay. Okay guys, so this is the final one, the finale. Okay, so
Sajid's rule.
Sajid's rule 3.
Okay.
Sajid's rule 3. So basically, this rule is for parents, which I told in the past too. So the thing that I want to tell the parents, the rule is like don't don't pull up. Let your children make their own decision. Alright?
Okay, so parents should allow children to make their own decision.
You know what I mean?
Why?
Because
They will allow the kids to.
So for example, you are not letting your children to make their own decision. So for example, you let them take let them take their own decision. So
take the risk.
Take the risk. So basically, they are learning to how to make themselves independent, confident.
Okay, that means if they make a mistake or they face failure, they can become more
stronger, confident,
tougher, more confident.
So for example, with typical Asian Indian parents, they want you to become doctor, engineer. Okay, but for example, your dream job is architecture, like mine. Okay, and for example, your parents are not letting you do that. So, are you gonna let your parents decide your life, or are you gonna step up and decide your own life?
Okay, I think parents nowadays are rather open-minded. They are not like
last time to your parents.
Old days parents.
The feng shui,
like you said, true. Indian parents typically you have to become a doctor or engineer. Okay, so that's not the thinking nowadays. Parents are really open nowadays.
Maybe like some parents lah, but
maybe there are
few parents, but
few of them, very minority, I would say.
Yes.
Okay, so for us, I think like daddy and myself, maybe we are really open.
Yeah, very open.
Okay, so whatever decision you want to make, okay, so of course we will support you as long as you don't make the wrong decision.
Because for example, you take a decision, okay, and for example, your parents don't really like it, but they don't want to like, I said, discourage you from doing it.
Sometimes parents can also make mistakes. Okay, when you make mistake in life, those failures actually helps you to be a better person.
So for example, like for example, you want to start drinking beer, okay? And for example, okay, that you know that you want to start drinking beer, but for example, you're in your parents' perspective, they don't want you to drink beer, but they tell you kindly, they like advise you not to. Like they'll tell you like what's gonna happen if you're gonna drink beer, like liver damage.
Yeah, that I think that you learn in school, but all kids do it anyway when they reach certain age.
But like
due to the probably the peer pressure, they say they see their friends
drinking,
smoking or drinking.
Smoking. If I see my friend smoking, I won't be their friend.
Okay, that's good. Keep it up. Hopefully you stick to those decisions until.
Yes. So for example, right.
So I think we don't talk about the smoking or stuff. Okay.
Yes.
So I think that rule, of course, parents can have certain level of interference in the decision, but I mean they can give advice. But at the end of the day, the kids can make their own decisions. Okay, when they reach certain age, but not at very young age. Okay, parents still have to be in control. Okay. So if
but I don't encourage you lah. If you want to start drinking, just like don't drink every single day. Okay, like just drink like maybe like once a week or something like that lah. I don't encourage it.
Adulthood. Okay.
But we are not encouraging you. Okay.
They're not talking about the adulthood.
Okay.
More on the
childhood.
Younger generation.
Okay. So let's move on to
the last day.
Okay.
Rule after this. Stay tuned. Okay, Dave Sachif, this is the last rule for today. Dave's rule number 3.
Okay, number 3. Last one.
For the parents or for the kids?
Kids.
Hey, I'm just testing you. For the kids, okay? So parents shouldn't buy everything the kids ask for. Okay, so this is very important to you and it applies to you. Okay, so you always nag me for too many stuffs one after one. But first day you'll be like, I want this, the next day I want this, and then the following day I want this. It's as though the money is coming from the trees, but money is not coming from the trees.
But
hard-earned money.
But I saw from one video, one guy, from a leaf turned to money. He just pluck, pop, money.
Where to get? Okay, where's the tree which can give money? Give me. Show me. Mana? Enggak ada.
Invisible seeds planted tonight at 12 p.m.
So, what do you think of that?
Okay.
So parents shouldn't entertain for each and every request of the kids.
Okay. So my statement is,
if they actually accomplish something or they achieve something, I think we can reward them, but not constantly asking, "Mommy, I want this." The next day, "Mommy, I want to buy this from Toys R Us," or "Mommy, I want to buy this from Lazada or Amazon." Okay. No need to ask me to buy too many things.
But I got a good reason for that. Okay.
What?
So my statement is, for example, previously I wanted like an iPad, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because I wanted that for school purposes, but my mom said that I have to like earn it first.
Yeah.
Right. But I couldn't get it.
He has his laptop already, so I don't see a point of getting an iPad.
That's kind of true though.
Okay.
Okay.
So you agree to my rule number 3? Kind of. Okay. So, are we done with this episode, Sachif?
Yeah, we are done.
Okay.
We are done. Okay.